His way every day.
Welcome to YahWay 365, where we promote the greatness of God and Christ-like living. This is episode 2 of What's Your Story?
All right, what's up, y'all? I'm Gerald, GDAYARDMAN, Flanoy II. And what I'm about to say, I pray that it will bless someone. Now, two things come to me, a part of my life, how God has been good to me. And number one is a scripture in Proverbs. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he gets old, he will not depart from it. What I mean by that, right now we are sitting in the sanctuary that pretty much reared and steered me on my path to where I am today. It was many brothers from the brotherhood that imparted knowledge of God, of Jesus, and how to basically be a really good person within my community or my realm, whether it was school. It just really showed me how to be that more light figure for those who don't have so much light in their lives. So as a result, I'm reared up in the church. People already knew there was something different about me. I tried to blend in like a lot of young people tried to do, but I knew that wasn't me. So as I'm growing up, getting older in high school, where it really matters is the segue. Either you're going to continue to keep going where you was taught, or you're going to test the waters and do like the prodigal son did. Now, I graduated from Crosby High School 2005, and I ended up going to Stephen F. Austin State University in Nacogdoches, Texas for 4 years. Now, this is where most young people just flat out just do whatever they want to do, and I seen it. So I was really like, man, leery, like, should I go party or should I just stay in the books? So what I decided to do, I stayed in the books, man, and I also joined a Christian fraternity organization to keep me steered, a group of guys. It was Men of God Christian Fraternity, who I still console with today. And I thank God for them brothers that kept me focused. Now, it was moments where I wanted to veer off and say, you know what? Let me be a college kid and party and have, premarital sex and all that type of things that people do. As a result of some people that I grew up with who came with me didn't finish. So that was like an eye-opener, like stay on the course. So within 4 years, from 2005 to graduate in 2009, the devil was really attacking me. Now I had a special someone that I went to high school with, graduated. She was behind me. I dated her for 4 years, man, and I thought she was the one. And this is where this next scripture comes for. And he says, my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither your ways or my ways. That's in Isaiah. And the thing is that I thought that person was going to be for me. I'm just going to graduate, and then I was going to go ahead and get a good job in the health field, where I got my degree in, and happily ever after. It didn't happen that way. So I graduate, me and her, we split ways. I still didn't understand why, but God knew why. She's like, I'm not the right one for you and all that. It hurt my heart to the core. And I'm like, God, what's up, man? I mean, she was a God-fearing young lady. I thought that was going to be it. Yeah, the plans. So she went her way, I went my way. It hurt me to the core, to the point I was questioning God. I was upset, angry. And then I didn't get the job that I wanted. So I'm like, man, this is not cool. So you come home from school, did your 4 years, you don't have a job, and it's like, man, what do I need to do? So I put my pride aside. One of my uncles, he helped me get a job. It wasn't what I wanted to do, but I made the best. You know what I'm saying? Hey, some money is better than no money. So anyway, I started doing security for a chemical plant, for the corporate site. I hated every bit of it, but I went in, did my little due. They see me. I knew I was overqualified for it in my eyesight, with me having a degree and everybody else barely having a high school, diploma. I was like, put your pride aside, dude. You are here for a reason. So I worked for like 2.5 years. They see me, did overtime and everything. That's like, we got another position for you where you can be the supervisor. I'm like, okay, cool. So it was a new site they built. By this time, I'm still single, but I was trying to find a companion, and I prayed about it. I said, God, this time I want the right one for me. And this is around like 2010. Yeah, 2010, around that time, 2010, 11. And so, of all places, I go online. And I said, let me go ahead and go this route. Never did it before, never did no dating apps, nothing like that to this moment. And I just put it out there. I waited, and a young lady had messaged me. I said, oh, wow, she's, I'm gonna see what this is about. So we talked like the first week we ended up talking, and we got off the app, we just talked. I got her number, she got mine. And the first conversation we had, it was like 7 hours, man. I never talked to nobody like that. We talked about life, talked about, our past, talked about what we, wanted to see in the future, individually and collectively if we had somebody. And we just talked to the point where she's like, hey, man, I got to go to sleep so I go to work. And it was like about 3:30 in the morning we finished, got off the phone. So I was like, man, it's different. So we kept talking. And I didn't see her until maybe a month. I took her out on a little date. We talked. And I was like, man, something's different about this young lady. Before we even got deeper into, our spirituality. So anyway, we ended up going on a date. It was great. And she was just the whole time, even as I'm moving forward, just was a great, humble spirit, very down to earth. I mean, she was just great. So we ended up saying that we're gonna go ahead and court and be girlfriend, boyfriend. We did that for 3 years. I'm sorry. 3 years. 3 years until I decided I wanted to marry her. I wanted to marry her. And I jumped the gun. We was actually getting married the month that we found out we was having a child. So I jumped the gun now, being real. And I was like, oh yeah, this is for sure. So 2014, we got married and we had our daughter the same year. And by that time, I'm looking for another job. I need to make more money. So I asked God, I was like, God, this job was cool and all, but I need more. So come to find out, all the experience I had working in the industrial setting as a contractor, it really helped me out. So I actually ended up getting on at a plant where my father-in-law worked at for many, many, many years, like 30 years. He retired from that place. And he's like, hey man, G, give me your resume. Boom, I gave it to him. I didn't even apply for this job. I gave him a resume, everything else was just solidified. So here we go again. I'm like, all right, now I'm married, got a great job. I'm gonna be here till I retire. God was like, I got something else to show you. So I worked there for 6 years. By this time, it's like I said, 2014, we got married and everything. So I worked there for 6 years to 2020. And we all know what 2020 happened. Worldwide. Boom. Pandemic. It shocks the world. People just, it really was something that no one ever seen in our lifetime. So anyway, I was at a point where I kind of was like, man, I know I'm making good money, but it's got to be more than this. It got to be more than just clocking in 12-hour shifts. So I've always had a knack for people, and also, I love groundskeeping and landscaping. So by this time, the pandemic hit, they started cutting hours. And I was like, man, dude, I'm so used to making such amount of money. I was like, man, they're going to cut our hours. So I was like, you know what? It's got to be another way to supplement. So one night, I look at YouTube, and here we go. YouTube is another segue into this testimony that God is just revealing to me. So I ended up finding out that I could do my own lawn care service, just like that, how to do it through YouTube. So I did it, did the cars and all that type of thing, and I'm still working at this plant. By this time, it was like, look, we're gonna start laying off people. They didn't lay me off. I was wanted to make the cut, thank God, But I knew that my time was running out there, period. So what really did it, one of my clients was like, dude, you do really good work, bro. Like, you really make, I know what you should do, but you need to, go ahead and ask God what you need to do. So I prayed about it. And I said, God, give me an answer by the end of the year, 2020. Here's December. So I'm doing both. And one night, we're working on a night shift, one guy just comes into the break room frantic. What is going on? Man, they don't care. They don't care about us. I'm like, what is he talking about? He worked at one of the most dangerous parts of the plant. It's a reacting plant. We make reaction blends. So the wrong component, it could go catastrophic for the whole area. So anyway, I was like, man, something not right. So he was like, yeah, man, I was trying to cool down this product. It wouldn't cool down. It kept the alarms wouldn't even go off. I'm like, what is going on? He said, man, we're playing like Russian roulette with our lives out here. And that's when it clicked. I was like, man, I got a family. I'm not about to put my life in jeopardy for some check that I know that God is gonna provide through the skills that I know how to do outside of some employer. That's for me now. So somebody might be dealing with, hey, should I still work or should I really tap into what God has given me? I'm praying that this will help you out with that. So with me, I was like, dude, that's it. That's the final straw. I said, Monday morning, I'm going to go ahead and resign. People thought I was joking. I said, I'm going to walk away from this place because I already had what I need to do. And so that Monday morning, it was just, I went to sleep so peacefully that weekend. I got up just ready, like, I'm done. I'm done. Go and talk to our manager, Mr. Gray, awesome guy. I still know him to this day. And he was like, gee, you hanging it up? I was like, yes, sir. I'm done. Is there any kind of way I can keep you, like, no, my mind is made up. My mind is made up. So 6:15 that morning, I clock in, clock right back out. I'm done. And one of my buddies, he was coming into the turnstile gate. He said, gee, you done? He smiled. I told him about it. He said, brother, he patted me on the back. I'll never forget it. Joaquin Martinez. You're going to be good, G. Don't worry about it. And it gave me some reassurance. But when I got in that truck and I peeled down Bay Park to Fairmont, which is in Pasadena area, I was like, what did I really do? I left a safety net to do something that I know that God has called me to do. And later that day, Joaquin texted me, hey, man, I got a job for you to do. Out of the blue. He was like, man, I got a rental property that I work on, because he worked in the plant. He did real estate on the side. And that was like my first landscaping job I did. And after that, I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready. So what I'm saying is, man, God's ways is definitely not our ways. His thoughts, not our thoughts. And if you have any type of passion, God has given us all the tools, all of the gifts. We need to go ahead and tap into that. And that's what I have decided to do. So now I've been solely employed now for 4 years now. And I also started a YouTube channel. Look at that YouTube again. Started a YouTube channel where I take time to help out people who have like abandoned, neglected properties near them in their areas that no one cares about. And I film the total transformation, turning these ugly eyesores into finally a part of a neighborhood or the community where somebody looks like they can live there now, So that's something I love to do. And it's really going well. I also have merchandise. You can see my shirt here, thought about that at my own online store. And I get to just share God's goodness with people as well. It's a ministering tool as well, too. And I just believe that God called us in my realm to be good stewards of everything we do, but I'm here stewards of God's grounds, and I enjoy every moment of it. So I hope this has blessed somebody out there. God bless. G, the Yard Man is my nickname, Gerald Floyd II. I'm out. Peace.